Hello, everyone. Let's cut right to the chase. The phrase I hear in my clinic every single day. Doc, I was told this back pain is just part of getting older. After 50, you just have to live with it. Let me be clear, that is a myth. Age is not a disease. It's a number. What's breaking down your spine isn't the years, it's the specific, repetitive mistakes we make in our daily lives. Just last week, I saw 3 new patients, 41, 48, and 52. Different people, the same story. Their MRI scans all told the same truth. This didn't start last month. Their bodies have been sending warning signals for years. They just learned to tune them out. Today, I want to talk about those signals. We'll cover what they are, why we ignore them, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it. No fear-mongering, no magic bullets, just the facts, the physiology, and a clear action plan. Stick with me until the end. I'm going to give you a simple roadmap to take control of your spinal health. My name is Dr. Michael Anderson. I'm a board-certified physiatrist, a specialist in physical medicine and rehabilitation. And the single most important thing I want you to understand is this. Your spine doesn't fail suddenly. It whispers for years before it finally screams. I'm going to list 10 of the most common whispers, the early warning signs. Pay attention. You've probably been writing these off as just getting older or no big deal. Signal number 1, morning stiffness. It's not just a bad bed. Overnight, your spinal discs should rehydrate and your facet joints should lubricate. If you wake up feeling like a tin man and need 30 minutes to loosen up, that's your first red flag. It's a sign of failing joint mechanics. Signal number 2, the rusty hinge. Feeling after sitting. Getting up from your desk after a long meeting or from a long car ride. And those first few steps are stiff and awkward. That's not normal fatigue. That's a sign of poor load transfer. One overworked segment of your spine is taking the hit for the others. Signal number 3, unexplained end-of-day back fatigue. You didn't do yard work or hit the gym, but by 5 p.m. your lower back is aching and tired. This tells me your core stabilizers, your body's built-in weightlifting belt, have checked out. The load is shifting to passive structures like ligaments and joints, which aren't designed for it. That's when wear and tear accelerates. Signal number 4, those sharp zingers or twinges. A sudden catching pain when you bend to pick up a grandchild or turn to look over your shoulder. That's not bad luck. That's a stability failure. Your body slams on the emergency brake with a muscle spasm to protect a segment it no longer trusts. Signal number 5, pain radiating into your buttock or thigh. People often call this sciatica. Often it's not true nerve inflammation. More commonly, it's a muscular imbalance. Your lower back and hip flexors are too tight, and your glutes and deep core are too weak. The nerve gets irritated passing through this tense, unbalanced environment. Signal number 6, occasional numbness or pins and needles. In your foot, your toes, maybe your hand. It comes and goes, so you ignore it. Your nervous system doesn't. Each episode is a sign of compromised nerve signaling, often from mild compression or inflammation. It's a log of small injuries. Signal number 7, tossing and turning at night. You can't get comfortable. You're constantly rearranging pillows. This means your nervous system is so on edge, it can't let your musculoskeletal system fully relax and repair itself, even during sleep. Signal number 8, the fear of movement. You find yourself moving carefully, avoiding certain twists or bends, not because it hurts right now, but because you're afraid it might. This is a major red flag called kinesiophobia. Your brain has lost confidence in your spine's ability to protect itself. Signal number 9, the urge to pop your back or neck constantly. This isn't a harmless habit. It's your body's clumsy attempt to temporarily create space and motion in a joint that's become stiff and dysfunctional. It provides momentary relief but solves nothing. And the most dangerous signal number 10, feeling perfectly fine. That's right. You can have significant disc degeneration or arthritis showing on an X-ray and feel zero pain, until the day you bend over to tie your shoe and can't straighten back up. The absence of pain does not equal the absence of a problem. So what's really going on? It almost always boils down to a simple modern life trifecta. 1. The sitting epidemic, our 9 to 5, commute, and Netflix lifestyle. It chronically overloads some spinal segments and puts others to sleep. 2. Core amnesia. We lose connection with and strength in our deep core and back muscles, our natural spinal brace. Without it, the spine is structurally vulnerable. 3. Movement starvation. We've replaced varied daily movement with sporadic, intense exercise, followed by long periods of stillness. Your joints and discs thrive on gentle, frequent movement for nutrition. Let me give you a real-world example. 2 55-year-olds. Patient A, desk job, long commute, mostly sedentary. Tries to make up for it with an intense weekend golf game or yard work. Patient B also has a desk job, but walks the dog daily, gets up every hour for 2 minutes, and does 10 minutes of simple stretches in the morning. Who's in my office every 6 months with a new back issue? Patient A. The difference isn't luck or genetics, it's daily habits, quick self-assessment. Be honest. 1. Do you regularly have morning back stiffness? 2. Do you feel stiff getting up from a chair or car? 3. Does your back often feel tired and achy by evening? 4. Do you avoid certain movements for fear of pain? 5. Do you ever feel pain or tingling going down your leg? If you said yes to 2 or more, you're at a tipping point. This isn't a life sentence, it's your starting point. A critical disclaimer: these red flags require immediate medical attention, not a YouTube video. New weakness in your leg or foot, like a foot drop or stumbling. Numbness in the saddle area, meaning the groin or inner thighs, or loss of bladder or bowel control. Severe, unrelenting pain that wakes you from sleep. Pain radiating below the knee that is severe and constant. Now, your action plan. Think of it in 3 phases. Phase 1, the grind and the stiffness. Your baseline is stiffness and fatigue. Your goal: restore fluid movement and tissue health. Your tools: gentle daily mobility. Think cat-cow stretches, consistent walking, setting a timer to stand and stretch every hour. It's about lubrication, not exertion. Phase 2, the setbacks and the fear. You experience sharp pains or flare-ups. Your goal: rebuild stability and trust. Your tools: foundational stability work. Exercises like dead bugs, bird dogs, and planks. Learning to hip hinge, to bend with your hips, not your spine. Re-educating your core. Phase 3, the chronic issues. You're dealing with persistent pain, nerve symptoms, or known arthritis. Your goal: smart management and targeted rehab. Your tools: professional guidance is key. A clear diagnosis, often with imaging, working with a physical therapist or a physiatrist like myself to build a safe, progressive, personalized program. This is not the phase for do-it-yourself. The core principle for everyone: stop chasing pain relief. Start chasing function. Systematically rebuild your spine's capacity for movement, stability, and strength. Your next step: drop a number in the comments below. Which of these 10 signals do you recognize? For example, 1, 5, and 8. This helps me create content that actually addresses what you're going through. If this no-nonsense, evidence-based approach resonates with you, please subscribe. In our next video, we'll dive into the top 5 habits after 50 that are killing your back and what to do instead. Thank you for your time. Invest in your spine. It's the foundation for everything you want to do. Take care.